the throne. By your life televised, we're breaking every bone. Insurgents, brace on the fall. Hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. Hitting it with HardWire. The crowd screams our name, chasing down the shadows. We're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode turns up, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kingdom is through. Hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel. Hitting it with HardWire. We'll always be here.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hittin It with HardWire. How's everybody doing today? We got America Uncensored. Mrs. Lee Lance is in the room. Gary, what's up? What's happening? How's it going? I got my redneck side motorcycle whips flannel on. Love this thing. There's one other guy in my club has got one almost just like it. And yeah, I feel like we're twinsies when we wear it. Anyway, let's see, we got the crooked a little bit there. Yeah, and I got my whip right here for walloping people when they get in here. If they come into the studio when they're not supposed to, I just go, hey, get out of here! Whoop-ha! You gotta get out of here. You ain't supposed to be in here. Glaire's in here. What's happening, Glaire? Yeah, thanks for stopping in today. That's nice. Everybody made it. I have had one humdinger of a weekend, man. It's been well, I don't want to say completely horrible, but I got off of work Friday. This has been my weekend. I got off of work Friday. Almost right after I got off work Friday, I went and picked a brother up, and we drove all the way to New Jersey, which took about 8 hours. 7.5, 8 hours. Got into New Jersey, the part of New Jersey that we went about 2:30-ish in the morning, a.m. And get this, okay? Leave it up to me to pick a hotel where as soon as I walk in the lobby and check in, there's this dude in there fighting with his girlfriend. And they had to call the cops. And next thing I know, the hotel's got cops crawling all over the hotel. And I'm like, oh man, I can tell already this is going to be something else. And then they put us on the second floor, and they don't have an elevator to get to the second floor. And the brother that I picked up just had a knee replacement done, so he has to try like hell to get up a set of stairs. And I should have told him what I should have done is said I needed something more handicap accessible because they didn't have a ramp or nothing. And we went to a funeral, We did what we call turn and burn, man. We went to the funeral and then turned around, drove right back. Another 7.5, 8 hours. Well, it's about 7.5 hours, and that's if you don't stop. But you got to stop. We stopped at 8 and had to stop and fill up. Hey, Steve, what's happening, man? Stopped at 8 and I managed to drive all the way out there, and about half of the way back, and then I told him, I said, "You gonna have to drive for a little bit, man. I'm struggling to stay awake." And I was just consuming insane amounts of caffeine, drinking 5-hour energies, and I still just couldn't stay awake no more. Yeah, I should have brought some helper in other fashions, but I just didn't have none. So, yeah, there are other things that you can use to help you with that staying awake. But yeah, good old Steve Easy, soundproof 1%er. What's happening, my man? But I got in last night. Finally got home at it was about 9:30 after I dropped him off and got home. And I was pooped. And I somehow last week inherited a dog. Remember my old lady telling you guys that she tried to show you pictures of her doggy that she had to let her go with her dad? Well, her dad had a heart attack. Now he's got pneumonia, and he's alive and everything, but couldn't take care of the dog. So now we've got the dog back, and I can't really have a dog. I'm gone too often. We're just not around enough. And I'm not sure what to do. I can't really. Hopefully it's only temporary. And I got this from my brother over at Redneck Side. And I'm still finishing up all the caffeine. These are Monster Java caramel. Finishing up all these that I bought a bunch of them. One of the places I stopped and bought one of these, it was $5, almost like $5.75 for one can. They know people buy this stuff to try to stay awake when they're driving long distances, and they must want to take advantage of you. Oh, I should have bought a bunch of Cokes. So I should have done Coca-Cola. That would have kept me awake. Minus the cola. At any rate, how is everybody? Everybody else doing good? How was your weekend there, Soundproof? You have a good weekend? S&S? Anybody else? Anybody else have anything exciting happen to them over the weekend? Good or bad? S&S, you're eating leftover. What do you turn your leftover turkey into turkey soup? Was it basically the same as chicken soup with turkey? That actually sounds like it'd probably be good. For those of you who missed it, I was halfway. What was it? On the way back, I think, from Jersey, and I seen Redneck Side was having a big flash sale on all his existing pre-made whips. I missed it. I turned it on. It said it had streamed 10 hours earlier or something like that. But I had so much stuff I was doing, I didn't. What's up, Straight Jacket? so much going on over the weekend. And unfortunately, I do have an unfortunate announcement. Because of the funeral, I did not get the editing done that I need to get done yet. That's bad news. The good news is we're getting a much needed upgrade here at Hittin It with HardWire. I've been doing all this show on a laptop, and I bought a nice desktop. It is coming in the mail. It'll be here sometime, should be here sometime this coming week. And it's got all the bells and whistles and a newer graphics card, bunch of memory, and it should function way better than this thing. So I should be able to do a lot more. I got a shuttle controller. For those of you that are familiar with newer editing programs, us old people back in the old days used to like to use the shuttle style controllers for the editing, and they still make them. And you can use them with the newer style programs. All it is basically a camera, a round mouse, like a kind of like a mouse. You plug it into USB, and it's got a round doodad on it, and you could go like this. It's got a little finger hole, and you go like this to shuttle forward frame by frame, or backwards to go back a few frames, and then it's got a little outer twist where you can fast forward or rewind a little faster. And then it's got some shortcut buttons, like you can program to in and out, which is your cut in and your cut out. So we're going to start doing some more pre-recorded segments. We will always do the live show every Sunday. That's a given. We will always do that. But I want to start doing some more pre-recorded segments of things to help out people that I know. And I'm going to finish up the one for Redneck Side. I may try to do a little bit longer one. I may even he does a bike blessing every year. I may try to do a little live segment maybe while we're over there, or pre-recorded, depending upon what works best and who's there. If there's a bunch of club guys there, you can't put them on camera. So I may make a pre-record segment so I could edit them out. We'll see how that goes. And on the brighter side of world politics, we always discuss what's going on. I know Trump and Zelensky have been on the phone with each other, and Zelensky says he's ready to talk peace now. Now we just got to get old Putin, rootin' tootin' Putin, get him to come to the table. And I think he will, because he has lost a ton of guys. Zelensky's ready to give him some of Ukraine, or the former Ukraine, for peace. And you don't know. Trump made a promise that he'd try to end it, so I think he's going to push real hard to end it. I got to get this damn light out of here. I think I'm going to move my studio when the new computer shows up out of this room, so I'll have less issues. For those of you who do not know, the reason why I have a little bit of a speech issue is because I have no bottom teeth. You'd never notice it just by looking at me most of the time. From various accidents in my life, I have lost my teeth. I haven't had any upper teeth since my 30s. And early 40s, I had all my bottom teeth pulled out. I had lower dentures. Hey, there's Mike. What's up, Mike? And Barbie. Oh, I probably didn't know what that meant when I was in settings. Is that uh, that's probably a YouTube setting, I assume. I will change that from now on because I probably didn't know what it meant. And if I don't know what it means, I leave it off or whatever, Papa Penguin, good to see you. Got Evil Rick in the house. If I didn't say it, Barbie's here. What's up, Barbie? Who else did I see just come in? Hank the Hillbilly. What's up? Frank, you guys finally make it over here. Cool deal. And I say, hopefully some of you got a chance to catch Redneck Side the other day. He was flashing on a bunch of his pre-made whips. And I was hoping to get one for the old lady, but I missed it. I missed this little flash sale thing he had going on there for a while. I think, what was it, 50% off he was having on all pre-made whips. And I missed it. Damn it. I was on the way to New Jersey. And it's always sad when a brother dies. But yeah, we lost a good brother. That's all I can say. But yeah, neat. I got this cool things. Click on the QR code or copy and paste it. This is the QR code to none other than Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips. If you live too far away and you don't think you'll ever get a chance to make it up here, get on his Facebook. He's got a Facebook. Join his Facebook and instant message him. Tell him you're so and so from HardWire show or from Mike Ball's show, the Insane Wheel show, or even tell him you're from the Insane Wheels Network, whatever you want, and strike up a conversation. He's one hell of a good dude. Hell of a good dude. What's up, Dean? What's happening? We're hitting it. Here, hitting it with HardWire now. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Let's see. And apparently, I see they finally toppled the Assad family regime. Don't know a lot about it. I know it's a plus. Mikey might know more about that. I don't know much about it. I think isn't that Syria, Mikey? Not sure. Oh, yeah, there's it. Yeah, it's Syria. What's up, Frogzilla? What's happening? Hitting it with HardWire. Put your fists up there. Yeah. Like I said, Zelensky said that he's ready to talk peace. Not too sure. Mikey's been covering it all week, and I've been watching, and I forget what all's going over in the Middle East. I think their ceasefire's kind of out the window. Trump says there's going to be hell to pay if they don't release them hostages. And I know this is going to be very sad for me to say, but I think they're dragging it out and they won't release the hostages because most of them are dead. And I think no matter how much Israel bombs the poop out of them, waiting for them to return, I don't think many of them is gonna. We mean pop the power vacuum over the Assad regime, over there. Yeah, I kind of see a few things that are talking about rebels and different things over there, which is usually what happens. You get rid of one regime and somebody, whoever's the toughest pieces of junk, usually end up being the next ones to jump in there and start killing a bunch of people and end up being the next rulers and end up probably worse than what left in the first place. That's usually what happens. And in some cases, our country, the United States, never learns anything whenever they do things like that. I don't think that I think we were indirectly involved in it, but I don't think we were directly involved in that. But they should have something, somebody to be installing as the next leader that's better and more aligned with our beliefs, which usually ends up backfiring anyway, because they end up becoming the leader and getting corrupted, and it all goes sideways. Always does. I'm not sure why America always seems to think it's got to be the damn world police. I wish we'd quit doing that. We should. We always start complaining about atrocities in other countries, and then we have to do something to help them. And then typically, sure, we help them, but we end up making things worse. And it's the dumbest thing ever. Sure, bad things happen all over the world, but it's not our place to go over and rescue everybody. As sad as that is to say, if they can't help themselves, they just have to leave them be. We shouldn't be having our young kids getting over there getting killed to try to help people who, for one reason or another, usually their religion of some sort or whatever, ends up getting them in that spot in the first place. It's not our place. It's nobody's place, really. If you believe in reincarnation, hopefully you're just born in a better country next time. Say a prayer and say, please let me be born in the United States next time, because it's the best place in the world. But most of them believe in, I never thought of that. All the men believe they're going to, get 21 virgins in a crown or something like that when they go to heaven. What do the women think? They're going to become a re-virgin and become one of the 21 virgins? I don't know. What is it that women think that are... I never thought of that before or even questioned it. I wonder what that is. I heard there was a whole bunch of unrest, riots, and whatnot over there in Georgia. And Russia has warned them against becoming like Ukraine. I don't know that the United States has a lot to do with it. Probably does, because it seems like we got our hands in everything all over the world, which we got to quit doing. They need to build that Mexican border wall, and while they're at it, just keep on going. Just put a wall around the whole United States. Fuck it. We don't need anybody else. Make it a 100-foot tall wall. Or you'd have to build it out to sea a little bit, because we still want to have some cool beaches to play on. Oh, that's stupid, but hey, it's funny. So kind of. Well, I know they don't matter to the men, and but they have to. There has to be some train of thought of what happens to them when they die. When they die, what happens to them? You know, what do women think in Islam? What do they think happens to them when they die? They just think they're like dogs, and all dogs go to heaven, or well, I don't know. I never thought of it. Everybody always talks about how the men think they're going to get like virgins in a crown when they die, but what's women think they're going to have happen to them when they die? I just never thought of it. And although, as Americans, our not it wasn't just our politics that tends to be propaganda. They feed us a lot of propaganda as far as how other countries are. I heard some stories, uh, not necessarily confirmed stories, but I have no reason to doubt these guys that told me these stories. If you remember when they was in Kuwait, whenever Iraq invaded Kuwait, they went over there to Kuwait, and they said Kuwait's a really nice place. And they have so much money come into their country from oil that pretty much all their people get like a huge portion of money. And they're like, almost everybody over there's got tons of money. Yeah, but that's what I heard about Kuwait. We get a lot of propaganda coming to us that about what they want us to think of other countries. A lot of other countries, the people were just people like we are. The same thing with Russia. They want to try to make us demonize Russia, but most other people are just regular people. They're for the most part just regular decent Joes that want to live their life, and they're not most of them aren't bad people. This is their government. Even during the height of the Cold War, when they literally tried to demonize every Russian as being some kind of a monster. And I liken it to motorcycle clubs. A lot of motorcycle clubs, they try to teach you that the other side, they're all just some kind of evil people, and they just like riding, like being in a club, just like you do. They don't really think much different. All clubs are similar. They join clubs for the same reason that you would. Same with most other countries. Most other countries, other than some of the Islamic countries, where it's actually ingrained into their religion to hate you. Most other countries are just regular people, man. Yeah, I happen to agree with that. Yeah, I don't think that sounds good at all. I don't know if any of you know what in the holy fuck is that? Oh, that's that damn sunlight making a weird thing on there. At any rate, I don't know if most of you heard of Rodney Carrington. But he does a whole bit on the Islam nation, and he talks like about that. He says, well, I don't know, give me one slutty chick and I might cut off a pinky toe. He says, but 72 virgins, that sounds horrible. Yeah, Rodney's hilarious. Well, he used to be. A lot of his newer stuff isn't quite as good as his old stuff, but brought to you by Monster Java. I would say they didn't sponsor me at all, but they did in a way because they give me energy. Monster energy. Not. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. For those of you who just got here, I had a crazy busy weekend. I did not get most of the things I wanted to. There, I think I turned the tracking off. I think I had a crazy busy weekend. I got to go all the way out to New Jersey and inherited a dog. It's been an interesting week. Last time I looked, the Browns were beating the Steelers again. I thought it was going to be a good day for revenge. But at first glance, it didn't look that. Oh, nope. The Steelers are up 13-7 now. Yeah. Woo! I got 2 terrible towels downstairs. One of them is from Super Bowl XL. That's how old that one is. It's seen some use. It's an oldie. Hey, what's up, Doc? I'll bet you get tired of hearing that. Good to see you, Doc. I'm glad you could make the show, man. Doc, you need to get you one of these. This is Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips. Yeah, look at that bad boy. Oh, turn him around here. Yeah, that thing's badass. Include that in there. Yeah, you could do some damage with this bad boy. Wow. Hell, I'm afraid to sling it because I think will really mess some shit up. This next summer, I think I will get a dummy and I will record it and I'll whoop the shit out of it and see what we can do to it. That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll get a dummy and we'll set it up outside and wallop the crap out of it. See how much damage you can do with one of these. I bet you could tear the hell out of it. Then maybe we'll shoot it a couple times for shits and giggles. Mr. Lee, you made it. Your wife was here before you. She beat you. She beat you in here, man. Hey, I don't know if my wifey's still in here. Wifey, are you still in here? I don't know. She's not replying, so she must be busy. Try to bring this window back up here. Trying to figure out, what all's happening in the world. Trump made a few more new appointments or whatever. I was talking to the Well, naturally, I had to ride with somebody all the way to New Jersey, so we talked about a bunch of stuff. And the politics, well, not a lot of politics, but we talked a little bit about naturally, the Democrats are going to try to discredit anybody Trump brings forward, I mean, but you would think, most of the people in the world are on to the Democrats' stupid games. They lied so much about Trump that how do you believe anything they say? They're trying to discredit some of these guys. And they're trying to discredit some of these guys, and you can't believe a damn word they say. I just tried to turn that off. And it turned itself back on. It is AI. It turned itself on. I turned the damn tracking off and it turned itself back on. Bring me Fireball. Yes. Yes, please. It's been a very long week. For $1 a day, you could see Lee and myself from the daily abuse we suffer from vertically challenged women. On OnlyFans? You guys got your own OnlyFans? One of the guys I was in a club with, well, I wasn't in, he was a prospect. Okay. Had a girlfriend that did OnlyFans. And second, I'll tell you, she tore him up. Okay. But she invited me and some of the other guys to watch her OnlyFans, and I was like, no, thank you. I have no desire whatsoever to see one of my brothers and some girl on OnlyFans. I'm good. I don't want to see that. And the wife shows up with the fireball. I don't know if I can get the camera over here. See if we can get the camera over here. Rude. Hi. Make sure the closet's closed. Come here, Bully. See if we can get Bully in here. Special guest. Get up on the chair, Bully. There's Bully. That's the doggy I inherited. Okay, back.
Down.
Back over here. And here, you pour. I'm busy. I'm concentrating. Yeah, we can't let anybody know what that is. I got one of these. Check this little guy out. I bought this on go to grindworks.com. They sell a lot of these. This is it's got a little button there. The black wore off of it though pretty quick after I bought it. It's an automatic knife. Yeah, that's pretty nice little. It's a Kalashnikov, but the crap wears off of it. The black's worn off of it a little bit. Stays sharp though. It's been a good knife. Not super expensive. That's a pretty good knife. And I turned that off and it turned itself on again. I know it don't want to let me turn it off. Can you hear me clicking on that? Can you see that? For anybody that can't tell or doesn't know what that is, there, that's yours. This one's mine. They do not taste good. They do not taste good. They try and make them taste better, but
Be a good boy.
why are you handing me the bottle? I'm not drinking right out of the bottle.
I didn't say drink it out.
It still tastes like weed. Oh, yeah. That's better. They don't have a crappy aftertaste. Have a good aftertaste. Make your breath smell cinnamon fresh. As I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Before you came in.
I don't know.
Well, you're no help. What if you buy a bunch of them I bet you can buy a bunch of them gummies and dissolve it in some moonshine and make your own moonshine. They dissolves like Skittles and shit and vodka, and it's pretty good. I bet you can dissolve that in there. And holy moly, that'll probably tear you up, though. Be tore up from the floor up. Not a single person commented on the doggy, though. They don't like him, apparently.
No.
Not a single comment from anybody about, hey, that's a cool doggy. Yeah, I used to make some really good apple pie. I wanted to make some more.
Oh, Steve said hello, pup.
Oh, yeah, Steve said hello. Steve saw the hello there, bully. Yeah, dogs are typically more loyal than people.
And Mr. MRMRI, if it was a pit bull. No,
It is an English, or not an English, American bully, which is part pit bull and part bulldog. He does remind me of my old Pitty, though. He is a big baby. Every time I try to give my old lady a kiss, he gets really mad and gets jealous. He gets all upset and gets jelly and tries to insert himself in between us. He's a stinker. I do not and did not want to have a doggy here because I am in a motorcycle club. You're not home very much. And it's hard to have a dog when you're not home very much and you don't really have anybody to take care of him when you're gone. Oh, yeah. I can't remember what all I put in mine. It's not real moonshine. But what they do is what most people do, and what I tend to do is I'll go down to the liquor store and I will buy the heaviest. Some people use really high test like vodka, but I use the grain spirit, all natural grain spirits. I get the hardest shit you can get, which is in Ohio is 170. Excuse me, like 175 proof. And that's what I buy. That's where you start. And I typically I'll put some Fireball in it because some people will dissolve cinnamon sticks in it, and I tend to find it they don't dissolve very well. It gets a little green kind of. But you put the heavy liquor in it, and then you put I put cider in it, and then you take a couple cans of concentrated frozen apple juice and throw in there. It's been so long since I made it, I forget. I put some Fireball in it to help with the cinnamon taste. It always turns out really well. Everybody always loves it. It's been a while since I made it. But I'm telling you what, it'll knock your pee-pee in the dirt. My bartender's slacking. It's empty. What the hell's going on here? She said I'm a butt. You believe it? Bartender. You're slacking, bartender. Bartender, I really did it this time. Broke my parole to have a good time. I got home at 6 a.m. The door was locked, so I kicked it in. She was tripping on the bells. Oh man, my daughter seen heard there was Fireball. Now here my daughter comes. She wants some too. The gang's all here. Uh-oh, now doggy's going crazy. There's my daughter. Say hi. She wanted in on the Fireball. When we drink, it's a family affair, apparently. Well, wait. Did you drink it already? You didn't get to drink it with me. Now you got to drink another one. And I said I wasn't going to drink on the air anymore. Oops.
Steve said I hadn't get you drunk last week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. One of them said. I want you to drink next week. Get him your wife to get you to drink next week. Kyle drank last night, so
Oh. Here, squeeze over a little bit, Sarah. Come on, cheers. Where's yours? Wait a minute, hold on.
I have her cup.
Oh, just drink it out of the bottle. Cheers. Again. Yep. Here's to making a rough week go away. Oh man, I need a cigarette. That vape's not good. You know, I did good for 4 years of just vaping and not smoking any cigarettes at all. Then I got married to this thing, and she's a smoker, and she ruined it. But I still don't smoke very much, just every once in a while. But what good is the wife if you can't blame her for stuff? Yes, you are a bad influence. Talking to the microphone.
Hi.
Again?
Did that work? Am I on there?
Yeah, now you're on there. Now I can hear you.
Oh, nice. I'm sure they could hear me before because I'm a loudmouth.
Yeah. Got that.
Right?
Well, I've always had 2 microphones. Now I get to use the other one. Say hi into the microphone.
Hi, all. Am I not loud enough now?
Scoot the mic here a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah, you don't have to get real close to it.
breathing into it.
Oh, my family.
At least I fit in.
I'm just here 'cause I was like,
Right? You can sit down if you want.
I don't want him touching up on my bare skin.
Oh.
Start breaking out.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, I do not drink very often. Do not drink very often. But when I do a good job of it. If you're going to do anything, it's worth doing well. That includes drinking.
Probably not.
Sit.
And, you know, I love doing everything with my family, you know, so
Earlier, I had made a bear.
you're my family
to come up
too.
the stairs.
And if I could pass you one of these through the camera, I would pass it through the camera to you, but you're going to have to get your own drinks out and have a few drinks with me. You got Steve Easy said, hello, Mrs. Hardwire.
Hello, Stevie.
Steve Easy.
Well, Steve, whatever.
Wow, that just sounds rude. Say Steve Easy.
Steve Easy.
Right.
Well, I ain't stupid. I can read.
Well, you just said that's not what you said.
No, I said Stevie. That's what I said.
That's not what his name is.
I know, but I called him Stevie.
Rude. That's like if somebody called me Hardware,
I'd call you.
they'd be like, well, so that's just what I called you. That's not my name. It's Steve Easy. His name isn't Stevie or Steve Easy.
I'll just call him Steve then.
Or just Steve. He said he's been called worse. Sorry, Steve. I'm sticking up for you, brother.
Just don't call him late for dinner, right?
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Just don't call me late for dinner, but I'm a fat guy.
I would never be late for dinner. That's just atrocious.
Yeah, no.
Skipping meals. That's weak.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, so you know, we'll
He had a funeral.
yeah, and a funeral to go to in Jersey. In Jersey.
Did anybody have the accent? Did you talk to anybody?
Yeah. There was some guys from Massachusetts.
Stinky.
Well, I can't even do a Massachusetts accent. There were some guys there from Massachusetts.
Like
Boston. Boston. Them there guys from Boston. They got the weirdest accent. Then again, they probably think we have the weirdest accent. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Like when I went down to see Mike down in Alabama, there was people down there. As soon as I started talking, they went, "You're from Ohio, ain't you?" And I was like, "What gave that away?" And apparently, they think we talk different.
They think we speak cornfield.
My daughter says we speak cornfield. How'd you get under there?
There's a hole in the back.
Doggy's got it under my desk now. You're supposed to be under the desk.
Oh, okay. I can't be under a desk if I'm the bartender.
Steve, you ain't from out there in Boston, towards Boston, are you? It's pronounced Boston.
Keep him almost sober. That's funny.
But they say Boston.
Now I'm starting to sweat.
Should I turn your microphone off? You realize you're talking on the air, right?
Well, it's all
She's
right.
talking about her sweaty pits. That's fine. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody gets sweaty pits.
Oh, dear Lord.
Mine
Yes, this is my family. They're her talking about sweaty
Waterfall.
pits.
Oh, you should have heard mine this morning. Loud as fuck, like a trumpet. Like that.
Hey, to my old lady's advantage now, she has somebody else to blame for the stinky
Oh
farts.
my God, he's worse than me.
Oh no.
Yes. You don't hear him? You just hear, and it's like,
But when the room starts stinking, she goes, "Oh, boy, he farted." She has someone else to blame now.
I'm not blaming the dog. He does really
No,
fart.
bullshit.
No, I swear to God. You wait till I'm not home and he farts, and you're gonna know.
Yeah, whatever.
Nasty shit. He burps too. He does.
Oh man, I gotta set this.
He's an attention whore.
Yes, the doggy is an attention whore. He's weird. He gets all growly at people he doesn't know. But he's a big baby.
That sucks. I don't want that for him, you know.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. I'm gonna turn you off. Steve Easy said like he can't make fun of us from Ohio because his mother-in-law's from Ohio and he'll never hear the end of it. Next time I got to make one of them long drives, I'm taking some substance to help me with it. No,
You'll fly there.
I'm taking some Coca-Cola without the cola.
Mexican crack coffee.
That's nobody even knows about that. When I forget where it was. I was going to Maryland one time, and I stopped at I forget what the name of the gas station was. It was a truck stop, and they had this coffee. It was some kind of super duper super high caffeine coffee, and we bought one of these giant mugs of it to help us stay awake. And we called it Mexican crack coffee. And then everybody's just like, that's what we always call it, crack coffee. But we was drinking that coffee, going along, going. Cranked the music up. Next thing you know, we're all dancing, and it was crazy. That stuff was terrible potent. Natties and Perks, that usually wouldn't that counteract each other? Yeah, they'd kind of counteract each other.
You'll be okay for a little bit.
I don't know. Not really. Perks aren't really a downer per se, but you'd be like hyped up and numb, which would probably be good. Where'd Gary go? Gary, you still in here? Gary's from up there. Oh, come on.
It's my fault. I'm doing it.
I'm on there and you're making the dog bark.
I'm talking back. It's my fault.
Gosh dang. Hey, you guys. Here.
Why don't you have this up? On air.
That's early.
Come on, get up here.
Come on, early. This is the one making all the noise.
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Look over here. Oh my God, that was my daughter. My daughter burps like a man.
I do too.
You fart like a man.
I can't help it.
I have a farm. I'm raising a bunch of farm animals.
Oh, I want to be a donkey.
You're like the donkey from Shrek, huh?
Yeah, I never shut up.
I've only been to one place. What was it called? Anderson, Indiana. on the Indiana I've ever been in. And that's right across the border. It's very flat over there. That's all I remember from it. It's very flat. I went camping over there once when I was a kid.
Yeah. And you might try to play with them.
Yeah, I would tell you to bring the other family members, bring one of the piggies over, but the dog will probably try to eat it. My daughter's got guinea pigs, and they're gigantic. I didn't think guinea pigs get that big, but gosh, dang, they get big.
Only one that
Guinea pigs,
the other
and they,
ones are a little bit smaller.
yeah. I wanted to get, like I say, I wanted to get a ferret. But there's $300 for a ferret, man. Ferrets are cute, but they smell a little bit, but you get used to it. It's not as bad. It's not that bad. It's not an awful putrid stink or nothing. It's just a unique kind of a musky smell. And there goes the old lady. Bad influence on me.
You asked me to bring it.
Every time I say, honey,
Okay.
I think we should have a shot, it turns into,
Well,
hey,
you
let's
keep
have
saying the
10.
bartender's slacking. Well, just wait a minute. Your daughter's getting her own.
Oh, my daughter had to go down to get her own shot glass. Oh, here we are. The HardWire family's getting ripped today. All together.
It'll be all right.
Oh, we're just going to have to title this The HardWire Family Gets Ripped. Oh, cats follow me. I keep trying to turn the auto tracking off and it don't turn off.
Followed me up and down the
It turns
steps,
itself back
breathing
on.
heavy. I was like, oh, geez, you out of breath already?
Oh, and just so you know, even though I'm brought to you in part by Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips, my opinions do not reflect their opinions. My opinions are mine alone.
I might have
Oh,
to, dude, you need to bring him up here.
And they're just opinions.
Or he's staying the night. Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes. We all have one.
All right. You getting in on this one? I'll scoot all the way over.
Uh-oh.
say I have stuff to do in the morning, but I work at 11:30.
Yeah.
I could break my balls, Vicky. Damn it!
No.
Get in here.
What? No, come on.
I look like shit too.
I've been laying in bed all day. There's also
It's Sunday. Isn't that what you're supposed to do on Sundays? Even the Lord relaxed on Sunday.
haha, you can't see me, huh? The Lord said, "Let everybody drink Fireball."
Ooh.
My daughter said the Lord said let everybody drink Fireball on Sundays. Mike always picks on me for the Fireball. Yeah, he says it's disgusting.
What is that little thing?
But if you ever drank the stuff he drinks, oh,
I'm gonna come right here. I want to be in here.
why is it you always want to track me until I want you to track me? And then you don't.
Baby.
AI is not. I hope they didn't hear that. Somebody just ripped one.
And you're not sure who it is.
Surprise.
Doggy.
See, they like to blame the dog. There's two women in here. There's a loud fart, and everybody goes, "It must have been the dog."
Holy, how could you?
You know when it's me because I start laughing.
I turned the microphone back on over there. So
I
you
don't
better stop
care.
ripping farts. My daughter's belching. Where'd my vape go?
Wherever you put it.
Oops. I'm not gonna worry about bumping your microphone too.
Well, I moved it a little bit.
I need to put some soundproofing on the things that
You're spoiled.
the stock things
Isn't he?
that'll absorb the vibration.
you spoiled, baby.
You're just as bad as me.
Uh-huh.
I missed the first part of that.
Better go back.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Frogzilla.
Yeah. Frogzilla's cool. Yeah, I missed the first part of that. S&S said his dog just ripped one. It must be like
Yeah, I'm telling you, they do fart.
dogs are in tune with each other.
And buddy, his stink worse than mine.
My lady farts, she clears a room.
Hell, I can clear the outside.
That's
That's bad.
I didn't know shit.
No, I was working at a housekeeping place, and our smoking area was outside. And
Steve Easy can says he can smell them from there.
oh, I can. I don't blame you. Probably do.
For the few of you that are on my Facebook, did you see the one where I posted me with the fucking gas
did.
mask on?
That one was funny. I thought that was hilarious.
I did too.
Like, look.
Yeah, I farted.
I every once in a while receive a friend request from somebody, and if I don't know who you are, I'll typically send you an instant message saying, "Who is this?" And just say it's Steve Easy from
Why do you keep
the
using
Insane
him
Wheels
as
Network.
an example?
Yeah, you could be using someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picking on Steve. This is Steve's day. Everybody pick on Steve.
Oh, we all right.
What did you do? Did you stub your toe?
You all right?
Yeah, nothing good to hurt. Just a little bit.
If you send me a friend
I
request
can
on
imagine.
Facebook, and you mean I'm not that hard to find, but if you, I typically don't
Oh no.
advertise that because I don't try to get a bunch of.
Yeah, he likes to.
I
get some
I
things.
steer everybody towards
That one
my
bottle of stuff that
Instagram
was in the
and
bathroom with
oh, look-
conditioner.
turn your microphone off. I steer everybody towards my Instagram and my X account. My Facebook's mostly for friends. Most of you on here I consider friends anyway. So if you send me a friend's request, more than likely I will accept it. But you got to let me know who you are, because on Facebook most of us have our real names. So you got to make sure you tell me who you are.
They don't help. They're more prone to it.
But I like Facebook. I have a whole bunch of people on there I went to high school with that I never talked to ever. And I'm just curious to how everybody's doing. It's always good to know. And people that I would call acquaintances, not friends, but acquaintances that I only talk to once in a while. It's like Facebook is like the days of our lives. It's like a soap opera. Instead of watching soap operas or something, you can scroll through your Facebook and see all the drama going on in everybody's lives. You get out of Facebook what you want to get out of it. It's entertainment.
He doesn't do when it's a
Well, I do too. I used to be MySpace, right? Most people my age, we used to use MySpace like crazy. Then MySpace went to the wayside and everything went to Facebook. Now everything's going to X and Instagram, which are okay. The more I see X is starting to add more features, the more X is starting to do a little bit of whatever all the other ones do, like Facebook. And it used to just have tweets, but now you got regular posts you can add, and they've got videos. And X is becoming a way more multifaceted platform. Hey,
What?
having a fucking show here.
We're having a conversation here.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
You
see,
bring the
he agrees
bartender
too.
in.
I'll have to kick you guys out of the.
No, I want to
Studio.
feed into what you're saying. I will pay attention.
We're talking about the doggy.
Hold on. Frogzilla said something here. I got to go back a little bit.
Do you have an actual topic for the show today?
Not really.
I usually, the last couple of times, I haven't really had a topic for the show. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to really.
He's even Until lately, I've been.
I tried to give topics about what it was like to work at pawn shop, and so
Oh, wow.
told on me.
Yeah, that's a preemptive strike.
And
Is it not legal where you're at though? We're allowed to, in Ohio. We're allowed to have, I think it's 12 plants now. Yeah, I got to start growing. Just I don't even smoke a lot of weed, but I should just grow it. So I have some. Everybody should, since it's legal here to have 12 plants. Everybody in Ohio should have at least 12 plants, just to have them. It's something you can grow that has value.
Crazy.
All right, pour me another one. You're slacking.
Who said that?
Me.
You said pour you another one?
I did.
I thought you said you only wanted one.
I did. Only want
Well,
one.
what happened? You had your one. You had your 5.
I want one more.
And then he had 6, 7, and then
Yeah. It's almost half a bottle.
No, it ain't.
between 3 people.
Yeah. If you get a shot, we get a shot too.
Oh, whatever.
I don't work till 11:30 tomorrow, so I'm okay.
I gotta be there at 7:30.
Your birthday's coming up. You're going to be 28.
I
My
am.
birthday's on Wednesday.
I was wondering when his birthday was. I bought one Christmas present so far.
That foosball is the devil. Hey, there's Mike. Mike, what are you doing? Are you like hopping around in the background or something? You keep disappearing. Oh. I would say, Frogzilla, that I would grow it for you, but it has to be for personal use. So I can't officially say that. But if I grow a bunch of them over out back, you come visit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to get rid of it because I wasn't sure. I kind of figured it was yours.
I got to get my show straightened out a little bit. I got to find more time.
This is my Sailor Moon buddy.
But we have fun, don't we? It's yeah, it is what it is. It's hitting it with HardWire. We're hitting it. And we're hitting it hard today.
Wait till your daughter gets in here.
What?
Wait till your daughter gets in here.
Oh.
In the chair too.
God damn.
Are you shutting me off again?
I already shut you off. I
No.
just turned you back on.
Oh, well, why'd you shut me off?
It's because you don't know when to shut up.
No, I'm your wife. What do you expect?
You was talking to her about something.
No, that's not no, that's not
So?
Lucy. That's amazing.
It makes it interesting.
Well, if you're having a conversation with somebody other than something that has to do with the
This
show,
is
I'd turn you off.
A-B conversation. We need to see our way out of it.
Yeah, we can do that.
People.
Fucking men.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm crying.
Mister, what are you asking, Mister? What's your ex name?
X is the old Twitter.
Oh, my name on X is HW_.
Wow,
One
Dad, you have
percenter.
an X? I don't even have an X account.
I don't even
Because
know what that is.
They do not
It's fucking
allow.
Twitter.
It
I don't
has
have
to
Twitter.
only be a certain number of characters, and that's just kind of how I chose it.
I got TikTok.
So it's HW_
I got
1%er.
YouTube. Well,
On
not
X.
YouTube.
And this
TikTok
show
and
is on
Instagram.
right now on my apps because X allows you to broadcast your shows now without all the hassle. I try to put it on Instagram, but Instagram's a pain in the butt to put things on. You have to copy and paste
I might
and
have a Twitter.
redo a bunch of stuff to and get a key every single episode. It's a pain in the butt.
No.
Did you want to have one?
No.
Okay.
I cleaned my car today.
I need to clean mine.
Yeah, sir, you want one?
Oh no, I'm okay. Thank you though.
They're a little bit different than the.
I got my own.
They're pretty weak.
Yeah, I got my own.
I tried really hard in Jersey to find a place that sold what I said I was going to bring back,
Keep a hold of him.
but they must only have certain places in Jersey that
I try to keep
So-
him intact when Kyle comes out that way.
there must be it must be kind of only certain parts of the state.
He didn't
where
do
you
too
see
bad
him.
last time when
Hey,
he come
God
out.
damn it! I turned you off again. You just keep having conversations with everybody else while you're on
But you're
there.
not having conversations with us.
If you're talking to the fam on the show,
We are talking to fam.
you were talking to each other.
That's still fam.
This fam. That
I know what he
fam.
meant. We're all family.
I can't see the comments, Dad.
I'm really glad I don't actually beat my children or my wife because
I'd beat you back, dude. I don't care. I'd beat you back.
Yeah.
flopping around.
Yeah, cry. He's being mean.
And the dog's going crazy.
Yeah, they're being mean.
What?
Come here, boy.
Yeah, go under. Go around. Go around.
All right, whatever.
You gotta go
Okay.
around.
Anyway, the show was about we was talking about a few things here,
Come up here if you want.
and I must have closed the window. Let's see what all's going on in the world. I don't want to get my information from
Hi,
CNN.
Mike.
I'll turn your microphone back on if you're going to be nice.
Well, we've been
We've been
nice.
nice. We've
What are you
been
talking
talking
about?
to each other.
You're talking to each other. If you're talking to people on here, I will turn your mic back
I'm
on.
trying to pay attention to the
And
conversation.
see, she's on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention to the conversations on my phone.
Would you like to say hi, Mike?
Well, I said hi, Mike.
Would you like to say hi to Mike on the microphone?
Hello,
did.
Mike on the microphone.
You guys.
Can't live with us, can't live without us.
Emphasize on the first part.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Emphasis on the first part. Oh, we have fun here, don't we?
Yes, we do. I'm a handful.
We are always a joke a minute, aren't we? We're always picking on each other and laughing. That's the secret to good marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Be best friends with your wife and joke around and don't get all butt hurt and offended by jokes. Right, butthead?
Yep,
She's a good woman
I try.
when she wants to be.
Oh, I try.
The only thing that holds her halo up's her horns.
Yep.
She's been a pretty good wife, but she's still evil. All women are,
Well, I ain't gonna change that.
including my daughter.
That's mean. I heard
God,
that
pig.
somebody, okay, I didn't want to go here, but I shared something on Facebook that said, I heard that a fight between my mom and my dad was better than the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And I said, I heard my mom would have won.
You just gotta push your way in here, don't you? Big head.
I'm just kidding. Well, get in here if you're going to come in here. I think he just he's like, I just want my mom.
Yeah, quick, somebody. Wait a minute. I have a better idea. Let's see.
You've always been wanting to interview me.
Well, I'm gonna have a special show for that.
Oh, I can't be just random.
No, I gotta have specific
Well,
questions.
it can
to ask
be
you.
random.
There. I put the link in there. Anybody want to join in?
Oh, See, there you go. Wanting another shot because it's empty.
I need
Keep
to-
looking for your cup. You picked
There,
up.
I found something to drink. Here, I found my
Well, I've been drinking it, so you ain't got much left.
I can't have nothing.
Nope.
There's
You drinking my
crappy
pop,
Fireball
too?
down there.
I know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. I was like,
No, we
there's
still
crappy
got a whole freaking. Still got a whole bunch left.
Here, put the link in there. I can't send you some Fireball, but if anybody wants to join in,
Conspiracies?
That's me.
Oh. I'm like, what? Wait.
I asked if they liked conspiracies. I got all sorts of conspiracy theories.
like I said, in the Middle East, I don't think there's going to be a peace treaty anytime soon because. Oh!
I've seen that happening.
There went one of my lights. It actually looks better.
Well, Dad, then you know that that's your angle. There you go.
I should have only had one light the whole time.
Yeah, blaming my curtains.
He fucking freaked out. He was like, "Oh shit, what's stuck on me?"
Maybe I have too much light.
Holy, what you?
He ripped what the dog took off and got scared and ripped one of my lights down.
You's okay, babies. Shutting me off again.
Sarah, you might as well not bother with it yet. It's
Oh, this
probably
has to come off and be screwed around. I can figure it out. Phone's still in here. It's gonna be clipped in, right?
no. I think it slides in there.
Oh, he might have broke it.
Oh, there it goes. I thought it had to be screwed in.
But you're not going to be able to.
Dad, stop it! I'm trying to help you.
Ain't no party like a hardwire. Ain't no party like a hardwire party. Hardwire party don't stop. What the fuck? I bet you that everybody else was saying that. There ain't no party like a hardwire party because a hardwire party don't stop, yo.
That thing there actually goes down,
Just leave it alone.
No.
and then you screw it back up. I had to figure that one out too.
You realize I fucking do shit like this. I don't fucking stream on YouTube, but I use shit like this. Stupid.
I wanted to get some diffusers.
You need to get diffusers.
Hello.
I think that's what this is.
He unplugged my fucking microphone. Hello.
Oh, that ain't good.
No, it didn't. Nothing else is unplugged.
My fucking microphone ain't working. Oh, never mind.
I was gonna say nothing else was unplugged but this.
I tried to turn my old lady's microphone off and turn mine off. Whoops. I'm blaming you guys for fucking my microphone up, and I went to hit the mute button. I hit the mute button on her my microphone instead of hers.
So they can hear me, not you.
What a dummy. Okay.
Do you think
This is Hitting It with HardWire, where we're doing politics from a drunken biker.
Oh shit!
Hey, look at Joe Biden. He even look. I swear he looks like that dude from Jeff Dunham's dude. Walter, yeah, he looks just like Walter that Jeff Dunham has. Joe Biden looks just like him. He's probably got some hand up his ass.
Oh, probably.
Oh boy. But we're keeping everybody tuned in to see what the next dumb thing I do is.
That recent video that came out that people were talking about that Donald Trump was using fucking body doubles and shit like that. I mean, it's not a secret that
You and Kyle watch
Bless you.
that info wars and stuff.
We don't watch that anymore. Alex Jones is controlled off.
You guys watch all that really, really deep conspiracy crazy stuff. I don't want to do all that.
What? You know what's crazy deep conspiracies, but isn't actually crazy deep conspiracies? The fact that Bill Gates, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, funds a lot of things that has to do with fucking human depopulation. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Are you
Say it again. Maybe everybody wants to talk about it.
I said, you want to know what people really want to know is that you can actually look it up in a lot of the things. You can find it. It's not hidden knowledge. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that funds a lot of human depopulation projects.
There you go. Anybody wants to talk about it? If you heard it,
I don't get wrapped up in all that stuff. Did you turn it back on just so she could say that?
yeah,
You're
Okay.
butt. You're taking away our speaking time.
I turned it on so she could say something. Ow! Don't fucking try to pinch my boob. I'm a dude. You aren't supposed to pinch dude boobs, man.
Well, I can't help you. Got moon boobs.
No, don't make fun of my movies, man.
I'm not making fun of them.
Don't make fun of my movies. Man,
What are you crying about?
get her, boy. Get her.
No, he just wants attention.
He does. He just
Bite her legs off.
He ain't gonna bite my legs off. He's my baby.
Yes, he was behind the COVID-19 jab. You are correct.
Who was?
The Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah, I think that's fucked up.
Papa wants to talk
it
about
really from a-
movies.
Movies. They're cow boobies.
No, movies are man boobies.
I know what they are.
Make fun of my movies.
The movies.
I got it. Every time I play with my old lady's boobies, she wants to play with my boobies. And I said, dude,
Well, it's because you got boobies.
Men's boobies are not supposed to be played with. It's not right. I'm
I don't
telling you.
boobies. You know why? Because men got boobies too. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah,
It's like they do.
they do right there.
But yeah, yeah, Donald
What is
Trump's
your
been talking to
favorite conspiracy theory that
Zelensky,
probably
and they're
isn't
talking
true?
about
That's a good one.
they're all ready to come
Yeah.
to the table now, except for
I don't
rootin'
know
tootin' Putin.
conspiracies, I've always been just.
Dad, what's your
Sorry.
favorite conspiracy theory that probably isn't true? So I'm assuming he's probably asking, what's your wildest conspiracy theory that you know for a fact probably isn't true, but it's just so wild and out there.
What was the one about all the? I'm turning your mic off again.
That's fine.
What was the one about all the not caskets, the plastic caskets? I seen it on one of Alex Jones's shows. It was back in before COVID hit. They was had all these plastic caskets, and they were talking about like some kind of a mass event where people were going to die, and then COVID hit. I think originally they were talking. I think they said that it was going to be some. That was a conspiracy theory. That's an old one. And then COVID-19 hit. I think they thought COVID-19 was going to be the virus that they released for COVID-19 was going to be a lot worse than what it was. They can't see you because of my thing I got on there.
My
Stop
favorite
giving me bunny
conspiracy
ears.
theory that I know isn't true is when Alex Jones said that the water is turning the frogs gay. That's my favorite because obviously the water isn't turning the frogs gay, but it's hilarious.
How would the waters be turning the frogs gay?
I I don't
How the
know.
hell are frogs gay?
He just said he was like, "It's the damn water. The water's turning the frogs gay." You know,
I'd
his
like to
Alex
know how the
Jones
frogs
voice.
would be gay anyway. How would you know without doing?
Frogs are, in the word hermaphroditic.
They're not asexual, are they? No,
They're,
they're not.
no, they're not asexual.
They don't have a male or female.
But they can change genders throughout their lifetime or something. Frogs are weird.
That's crazy.
And I don't want to talk about that. That's dumb.
Does anybody believe in the FEMA stuff?
What's
Like,
that?
whether FEMA's good or bad? Like, does anybody have their opinions on that stuff? Like, I got my opinions on FEMA, but I don't know if anybody else has their opinions on FEMA.
Where I tried to click on it and it popped up. The FEMA caskets. Yeah, they was stockpiling them black plastic caskets. And that was a big thing. And that was way before COVID ever hit.
Movies are like fine art. Look, but no touchy touch. I like the touchy touch.
It does something for her. All it does is piss me off. But that was my favorite conspiracy theory. It was interesting. I mean, I look at conspiracy theories this way. And conspiracy theories are a lot like folk tales. There's usually some truth in there, built in there somewhere, but it's usually not at all completely true. There's usually something in there, and it's a whole lot of speculation. It's people guessing. Don't drink the water, Frog Dilla. It's going to turn you gay. But there's a lot to what RFK said about removing fluoride from the water, because if you look into what the Nazis did in Germany, Hitler did a big thing, a lot of research into fluoride as mass population control. So that's interesting. Hitler did a lot of crazy shit, but they really was deep into doing a lot of research into some really trippy subjects, and they did a lot of research into the occult. Stop pushing my buttons.
I just pushed one. What'd it do?
It just made a dangle, a beep go off, and it didn't shut off. If you want to hit one of these ones. At least it's only temporary.
Oh, okay.
Or that one. That's the laughter and
I'll go poop.
applause. That one stays on. That's like a sensor beep.
Oh, what about that one?
That's really stupid, like music. Don't do that. Get my wife drunk and she wants to play with my movies.
I'm
and
not
touch buttons.
drunk. I promise I ain't drunk.
That's what you always say until you're fucking hanging your head in the toilet.
No, I ain't drunk.
And you'll be like, I'm not drunk. I'm trying to pick my nose now. First you want to play with my movies, and then you want to try to pick my nose. Oh, Frog's the Lancer wife.
Oh, there's somebody on there.
Oh, cool beans. Mister's on.
Mister?
Yeah.
Don't hit remove.
No, I want to. What button do I hit? How do I bring him up here?
Well, maybe that little corner there.
Well, hold on a second. One of these buttons will bring him up here.
Sure. Maybe that one.
There we go. What's happening?
Hey, Mister.
Hey.
What's happening? You're driving.
There
You can't
you
join the
go.
party.
There you go. Reaching for
Don't drink and drive. I've never done that before.
reaching for an empty cup. What are you doing?
I've had it. What?
Reaching for an empty cup. What are you doing?
Well, pour me one. I had a Dewey a while back, and I can't say that I've never drank and drive, so I have.
I've come close a couple times. Where'd he go?
He's got the logo thing instead of
Yeah,
I got seeing him.
Yeah, I'm driving, but I wanted to come up because I wanted to get your
I
thoughts
can
on
hear
this
him.
stuff. The I
Yeah,
put it in the
dude.
chat earlier, but on the X platform, from US CENTCOM, they posted that it's probably going to be in the news within the next hour that the US just launched an airstrike in Syria with like they took out I forget how many it is, like 50 something ISIS members.
Well, taking out ISIS members is good, but
Yeah.
Syria is a god awful weird place. We got Russia bombing in Syria. We got America bombing people in Syria. Syria's
Yeah.
a powder keg.
Yeah, yeah. I see the destabilization all
What
over the
are you doing
place.
without me?
Well,
Like
I think Syria and Ukraine are going to be the fronts for the next World War.
oh geez. I hope
I
not.
think. Well,
Really hope not.
they keep. Well, Trump just recently talked to Zelensky and said that Zelensky's finally willing to come to the table and talk about giving up some of his land where he didn't want to do that before.
You're all right, buddy.
And that's because, obviously, because Trump's threatening to cut off American aid to Ukraine, and that's the only reason Ukraine's lasted as long as it has. Without the United States, they wouldn't have been able to last as long as they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too that a lot of people, especially the Democrats, don't want people to know is half the GOP the GOP is not the same in encompassing. Like half the GOP is anti-war, and they want to pretend, they want the public to believe that that's not the case, but it absolutely is the case. During the Kamala presidential campaign, the border bill lie that she was peddling, they were saying that Trump was the one that killed the border deal, and he absolutely wasn't the one that did that. The reason the border bill was stopped was because half the GOP didn't want Ukraine funding, and the border bill, air quotes, had 60 billion for Ukraine in it. But they do not want people to know this because it makes the Trump portion of the GOP look good, and they can't have that.
Well, the border bill also included what was it? They upped the amount of immigrants that are allowed in the country,
Right.
but they had to funnel them through legal ports of entry. It was just the craziest
5,000.
thing.
Oh yeah, 5,000
And
per
they
day.
tried to. The Democrats tried to say that Trump killed the border bill, but it was a garbage bill. It didn't. They called it the border bill, but it that was literally just for the Democrats to try to think they were saving face on the border, but it was absolute garbage. It didn't do anything. It's just like the Inflation Reduction Act. It didn't do anything to help
Yep.
with inflation. Made it worse, and the same thing with the border bill. It was going to make immigration worse.
No, what's funny about it was it's funny how they leave out the small details that are the most important. Like the fact that in that bill it said the president, at the time it was Biden, at any moment could just snap a finger and say, because it was supposed to be capped at 5,000 crossings per day. At any moment in that bill, people can go look it up. It said that he could just snap his finger and be like, we don't feel like following that today. So literally, if a caravan of 100,000 came across, he could just be like, we don't need to, we don't need to follow that rule today. We'll just let all 100,000 through. Like,
I
it
also
really
just
did
read
nothing.
that. I also just read that the president from Mexico finally caved in on some of Trump's demands, and Mexico's trying to stop the caravans, which is a good thing too. See, Trump isn't even in office yet, and he's already starting to. He wasn't afraid to try to muscle some of these leaders around a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's one of the good things about Trump. Trump's not a perfect person, but he's a leader and he does a good job.
Right. Yeah.
That was my biggest thing. Is believe it or not, I like Bill Clinton too. So what if he got a blowjob? He did pretty good as a leader, and I think Trump's doing good as a leader. He's not the doesn't have the best morals always, but he isn't afraid to push to do what he thinks is best for America. And he like, I thought it was hilarious what he did to Macron up there in Canada. He told him, he says, we're tired of getting the shaft on a trade deficit. And Macron said, "You can't do that. You're gonna destroy our economy in Canada." And Trump says, "Well, you can become the 51st state if you want." I was and all the guys from Canada are like, "Wait, we don't want to become the 51st state." And I'm like, "Dude, it was like sarcasm. He didn't mean it, but he was just getting a point across that there's nothing you could do. You're just gonna either have to go along or realize, if you're worried about destroying your economy, then you're going to have to try to figure out something to make it a little bit more fair for us."
Right. Well, the other thing too is, after he did that, Canada started releasing commercials about how they're going to be stopping a good portion of the immigration. And now you see the effect happening in other countries too, like the UK. It's been rumored that the UK is about to adopt those anti-immigration policies as well. So it's having an effect. But the reason why I came up specifically was about the Middle East portion of what you were talking about, because I keep saying this, and I can't type it all in the chat because it's not enough room. Like, I have to say it, to make these points, but it's connected. Everything's connected the way that they want to. The lefties want a war with Iran is what they want. The pro Palestine protests and everything like that, they have communist ties to them. You can go look this up on Google and you can find it. It's got really nothing to do with what they say it does. It's happening in Canada as well, and it's not really about anti-Sems, small hats, or anything like that. They want our country taken over by their group. That's what they really want. If Trump
Iran's been a
goes to
thorn in
war,
our side for a long time.
I agree.
At least the regime that's in power. From what I understand, the Iranian people aren't that bad of a people.
No, they're run by the mullahs, and they're bad. The Iranian people are not bad, but the problem is look. This is the issue that everyone's forgetting. There's bad people in on all these countries, and good people. They act like they're only bad people in Iran, or they're only bad people in Israel. It's not the case. They had protests like the same woke nonsense that's happening in our country. It happened in Israel prior to October 7th. We're all dealing with the same issues in terms of, look at what happened with South Korea. Look what happened in France about 3 days ago. They had a vote of no confidence. It's happening all over the place. But if he takes the bait and he goes in to Iran and starts a war with Iran, that will allow these protesters to indoctrinate people into gaining power and slipping the pendulum more towards the communists. You got Gavin Newsom. I saw a story about him, a couple weeks ago. He bought a $9 million mansion. I'm telling you, that guy's the next candidate, and he's the one that kicked off all the homeless people.
Did you see him on the news? I think it was Friday or yesterday. He went on a giant tirade about how terrible everything Trump was doing live on the air.
Yeah, he's also got a team of lawyers because he plans on suing the Trump administration if they try and do the mass deportation. So the
I don't
writing's on the
understand
wall.
that. I don't understand what's wrong with, if you're not supposed to be here, they should leave. I'm all for legal immigration, and we have me and Blair talked about it. We have a population problem in the country where our population is actually declining, and if they want to bring in more legal immigration. I'm all for that.
Legal.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
key is
Well,
bringing them in legally. They're just letting tons and tons and tons of illegals in here.
yeah,
And
and I say this about the political left all the time. It's not that I disagree with your ideologies necessarily. It's what you allow through the back door. You're okay with the pro LGBTQ thing. I really could care less what you do in your spare time. But you have people burning American flags in your background, waving flags of sickle and hammer and crap like that, and they know it. Okay, Hardwire, they know it, and they're fine with it. That's the problem I have. They let these fentanyl drugs through the border. Oh, no problem. You know, just let it through. That's fine. They want to, I was watching the House Oversight Committee hearing on Border Patrol security. It was like 2 years ago. And they had people from hospitals on the border testifying that these resources that we pay for, right? They're going to, medical care for these people, which is fine. I think they should get it, but they're not being reimbursed by the government. It's going it's going onto their own bill of the hospital. And you have these places in serious like financial crisis because of it. They don't want to fix it. They could care less. The bottom line is if you look past all that, we're being sold out by them. Like we are being used as a financial purse for the to help them at the expense of
That's like
ourselves.
Trump said with them emptying their prisons and their asylums. I thought that was a
Yeah.
stretch until I found out that that there's truth to that. And if you think about it, you spend enough time thinking about it. That's actually smart on their behalf because the cost of housing prisoners is astronomical. Send them all to America, and then we're stuck fronting the bill. But what Trump should do is same thing for all the money we're spending taking care of immigrants. Is Trump should send them a bill. You know what I mean? Send them a bill.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah. Give him the bill.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Send them a bill. Say, you want to send them here? Sure. All right. We'll take care of them, but you're paying for it.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
That's a good idea. Hey, we'll take your people, but you're paying for it.
That and that's the other thing too. Some of the moves he pulled with the farmers during his administration and from 16 on, the deals that he was making and all that. The economy was different because when you're bringing in all these net gains, regardless of how it happens, it affects the economy rather than just be like, we'll give blanket rules for everything that, really don't benefit us. And,
I am definitely not a hardcore Trumpist. I voted for him and I like him, but at the same time, it's not necessarily him at all that I like. It's the direction he's steering things. He's at least steering things in a good direction. Now, hopefully, maybe JD Vance or the next young person can take it and keep it going in a good direction with a lot less of the dumb drama. Trump's got a lot of dumb drama that comes along with him that I don't like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But that'll be anybody. Realistically, anybody who's a threat to them.
At least he's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Anybody that the Democrats have brought up right now have been so steering the country in the wrong direction, completely wrong direction. They have been so taken over by the left, the far left, it's if you allow somebody like that to win, they think that what they're doing is beneficial to them, and they're going to keep going farther and farther left.
Right.
Because
a lot of people, they don't even know that the furthest there's three portions to the left. There's the progressives. They're the useful idiots, the people that believe the LGBT thing, that it's objective reality, that the science is real. They're the ones who believe we have bad racial relations. They're the morons. Then you have the socialists in the middle. Those are the more dangerous. They want like Venezuela 2.0, but they think it won't be like that. The ones that we're talking about, the ones I'm worried about, are the ones after that, the commies, and they're all on the left. Those are the bad guys. They're the ones that all went to Blue Sky platform because they can't badmouth small hats on this platform. Like, those are the people that are the bad ones. You know, they're like the Gavin Newscoms who let the Chinese guy in, and then kick off the homeless people on the streets, and then wave the communist Chinese flag in California. You know,
What I always said was, you know, a lot of these laws that they're trying to pass about for example, transgenders, the men using the women's bathroom and whatnot. The problem isn't necessarily with them doing that. The problem is because before the government is way overreaching. The government should not have to pass a law. They could use the bathroom before. There wasn't really a law against it. The problem is that if you're a transgender man using a woman's bathroom, if they know you're a transgender man using a woman's bathroom, you're doing something wrong. If you go in there and just do your business and get the F out of there, nobody would know any different. The
well,
problem
it's a
is
matter of
they want the
objective
government
reality.
to pass. Yeah, they want the government to pass these laws to say they have to be allowed there. The government was
Right.
never meant for that. The government was meant for minimal intrusion into people's lives. The problem with the left is they want to pass a law that says they have the right to do every damn thing. And what they forget is all laws were originally meant to protect people's rights as long as you weren't intruding on the rights of others. Okay. But when they pass these laws, what about the women? What about their rights? They're trying to intrude on the rights of others and trying to make that into law. It's just the most ridiculous thing ever to me. I don't understand it. I mean, you know, what about when a man wants to go in the women's bathroom, and if they're making it known that they're a man in the women's bathroom, then that's the problem. You know, if you're a transgender man as a woman, you go in the stall, do your business. Nobody knows. Nobody's any of the wiser. You know what I mean? There shouldn't have to be laws for that kind of thing. If they know what you're doing and they know who you are, then you're doing it wrong. There must be perverts that are trying to show their genitals to people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes.
the left
They're
has just gotten so out there, out of control.
I'm gonna explain this in a certain type of context that everyone can understand. Okay, so what is the goal of the left? What are they pushing towards? They want total anti-capitalist government, anti-capitalist. Now, if you look at the lower level, what you need to understand in your head is how is the LGBTQ movement pushing towards their end goal? And the answer is it's those little pushes towards that, right? And essentially, all of it is anti-capitalist. All of it's antithetical to a you know, like private ownership, the destruction of the core family, right? The non-binary gender crap. Why do they not like the family, so much? Well, it's because people look at it like, oh, they want the destruction of the core family. That is true, but it's not the reason. The reason is because it's anti-capitalist, because they don't want you to have wealth and transfer it down to your next of kin. That's what they really don't want, because it's considered private ownership.
capitalism is by all means not perfect. It's had its issues and corruption. There's been people write books about this. I can't remember the books years and years
Right.
ago that said that some of the worst things that could happen in a capitalist society is pretty much what's happening now.
Mhm.
And it's kind of scary to think about, but at the same time, it's been the best system. It's been the best system that's worked.
See, that's why I like you a lot, because you get it without me telling you that it's not a perfect system. It's not. But you antithesize that for what they want. Can you really trust what they say? Oh, we'll confiscate your wealth. Don't worry, we'll let you have one of your 3 houses. Do you really if you don't believe in certain aspects, I don't, you know,
I lost
it's
a little bit
nuts.
there. Can you repeat what you just said?
No, I said like it's not a perfect system. Okay, that's where they get you because about it, but it is the best system that's out there. If we lose that, we're screwed. We are screwed if we lose that.
Oh, by
You know?
far. There's a lot of things wrong with capitalism, but at the same time, the alternative is frightening. It's
Yeah.
very, very, very bad. Some of the wealthiest of wealthiest, I don't know. There's no real good answer to how you. Some people only just have. There's no reason for people to have so much money. There just really isn't.
Get your Monday.
Right.
But you can't really limit it at the same time. There's not really a good
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
to limit it, because that, like socialism and communism, the thing that they have is kind of basically assigned jobs, assigned wealth, redistribution of everything, and there's absolutely no there's no inspiration for anybody to do anything. There's no reason for innovation. There's no reason for
Right.
anything. But they could have far smarter people than me.
Right.
Find something in the middle.
Well, what I'm worried about most of all isn't even what they claim their utopia is. What I'm worried about, and I'm sure you know about this too, when they have something that they give to you and it's government funded, how many times is it considered completely free? Like there's not a prerequisite for what it is. Okay, they're going to make you take an inoculation. They're going to make you there's going to be some caveat with everything they do, and that's the part that worries me. If they were to win over, like, okay, we'll let you keep these houses, but you have to give us like 80% of your crops for the year or something. Like it's never going to be how they say it is, where they just give, you know what I mean? They're pretending like they're going to hoard all the wealth,
Not that anybody
give it out.
Being rude, didn't
You
mean
know.
to interrupt you.
What was you trying to say there? Hold on. The wife was trying to say something. Say something. What was you saying?
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Not that anybody cares.
Get out of here. Off with you.
Don't shut us down.
The socialism isn't entirely a bad thing. It's the people that get control of the socialism that's the bad thing. People don't understand the thing that bothers me, and it irks me every single day, as people complain about all the socialism, but they don't realize that America is a pretty far socialist already, and they don't
Yeah, we're
realize.
getting there. Yep.
I mean, we got we got the welfare system socialist, social security socialist. We got a ton. We're mixed, and they the bad thing is the people that are pushing for more and more socialism are the people that want to control the socialism. Socialism, in some fashions, isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's the people that control it, and they always it always ends up leading to the
Yeah.
wrong and very bad people controlling it, and it ends up pushing them down and pushing everybody else down and making them rich.
Well, my one statement to kind of caveat all this together is this: power exists in a vacuum, and someone will take power, regardless of what any like hippie that wants to believe flowers are going to rain all everywhere want to tell everybody. It's not going to happen. There has to be a balance of power, has to. But they want to pretend like this utopia can be had. It can't. Someone will take power and they will cause harm to people in order, you know what I mean? It's unavoidable.
Yeah, I am constantly on Mike's thing complaining about one of the biggest problems with America right now is these idealist people, the people that think it would basically a utopianism. They think, oh, it would be nice if we could all get along. It'd be nice if we could do this and that and this and that. But it's not real. It's not realist. You have to be realist. You have to understand that no matter how much you want something to happen, doesn't mean it can't or will happen. You know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. They're nuts. But I'm gonna drop down. Thanks for having
All
me up,
right.
Hardwire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. You have a fantastic day.
you too.
Appreciate
You
you
too.
stopping in. Hey, that was Mr. Mister. He stopped in. Love having guests stop in. I appreciate that. We went from just getting drunk and being stupid to having some good conversation. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I've had a lot of people. Well, I've had quite a few people on the show. There's a few of you that must not want to stop in sometime, but I want to have more people stop in. We're all a family here. And I want to see more of you stop in and voice your opinions. It doesn't matter if you know I agree with you or not. A healthy debate is always a good thing. Uh, Again, I really appreciate you guys stopping in, and being a part of my show. That's what my show is all about. At least at this point, it's all about family and us as Insane Wheels Network family. We have a good family that all hang out in Mike's chat on his show during the week. I'm kind of bridging the gap a little bit on Sundays. Uh, I like to tell you what I can tell you as far as the biker. I am hardwire 1%er. I am part of a 1% club. I'll tell you what I can tell you. If you want to ask me excuse me, if you want to ask me questions, I will gladly answer as much of it as I can. But my show isn't necessarily about biker things. I'd like you to see me and understand that just because somebody's a 1%er does not mean that they're any different than anybody else. I'm just a regular Joe. In this in this case, I'm just a regular hardwire. Just a regular guy. And I like having this show. I loved our family and I just we love chit chatting and talking about whatever. And politics is typically what comes up because we're all Americans. We're from different parts of the country, and that's what kind of binds a lot of us in a way, is trying to make sense of what's crazy in this country, because there is a lot crazy about this country, but it is the best country on the planet. Not all of it makes sense. Not there's a lot that we don't like. And there's a lot the normal people like us feel powerless to do anything about. But we keep, especially with YouTube, and it's getting better and better, we get out there and we try our best to connect with other parts of the country and connect more with other people. And we all are getting together and making our voices heard in a different fashion, a different way, that they can't just try to muzzle us, and I love you all. Thank you for coming in today. We're going on 2 hours, so I have got to cut it off. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, Mr. Mister, for showing and coming in and talking to us. Thank you, everybody that was here today. Thank all of the Insane Wheels family. Stop in on all the Insane Wheels Network shows during the week. Mike's every day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard, 10 o'clock Central. His show's great. Be there. We have Straight Jacket on Wednesdays in the padded room. We have Dr. Harley. Well, Dr. Harley doesn't claim to be part of the Insane Wheels Network family, but he kind of is, kind of isn't. But Dr. Harley, love you. Check out Dr. Harley's shows. He comes in on Wednesdays most of the time with his lives. He has premieres come out all the time. Guardian Eagle has shows come out once in a while. Check him out and subscribe to his channel. God, I hope I ain't forgetting anybody. Check out Jess when you can. She's Mike's sugar mom. But no, she's got a good show. It's kind of crazy. It gets crazy from time to time. Beezer has a good show once in a while too. He doesn't usually get, I don't think he usually gets a chance to make my show, but it's okay. Sundays are a weird day. I picked a bad time during football season to be on. But you can get on your phone, turn on Hittin' with HardWire while you're watching the game. You might not pay attention to everything I'm saying, but you can do both. When football season's over, then more of you have a reason to join in. I love you guys. This is great for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to all of you. God bless every single one of you. And much love, honor, and respect to all of you. Please come back next week. I love you. Thank you for being here. See you next week.
Hittin' it with HardWire, we're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. Rising up high when the shadows surround. HardWire's the name, and he's making it loud. Hittin' it with